My name is Rochelle McCoy. I'm the VP for Communications and Marketing. But we're all here to tell Rick Perry, this isn't about him versus Washington. This is about Rick Perry versus Texas women. We haven't forgotten what the governor did this session when he slashed $70 million from family planning programs. And now he's proposing to end the Women's Health Program and deny women basic life-saving cancer screenings, birth control, and basic health care. Our next speaker is Dr. Michelle Curtis. She's an obstetrician-gynecologist with a master's degree in public health and master's in medical law.
As you just heard, I'm a physician who uses contraception to practice family planning, and I advise my patients to do the same. In Rush Limbaugh's world and that of his supporters, that would make me and other women like me prostitutes. I prefer to think it makes me an empowered woman who can help other women realize their own potential to contribute productively and meaningfully to the world. Even before the cuts in women's health services and family planning, over half of all pregnancies in Texas were unintended. Proponents of these cuts say they want to decrease abortions, but I wonder if they really mean this. You see, 40% of unintended pregnancies end in abortion. Only 3% of intended pregnancies do. If you really want to stop abortions, prevent unintended pregnancy.
I am Melanie Linton. I'm the President and CEO of Planned Parenthood Gulf Coast. I want to thank all of our elected officials, some of whom are already here today and some of whom are just moments away. Right-wing politicians are desperate to appear as the toughest on Planned Parenthood and the most pro-life. Well, in this political race to the bottom, they don't care that their political gamesmanship means that more women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in later stages, more women will be diagnosed with cervical cancer in later stages, and more women will have consequences due to untreated sexually transmitted infections. And that by denying women access to affordable birth control, more women will experience unintended pregnancies and the number of abortions in Texas will increase. Does that sound like pro-life to you?
No! But we're going to take you back to Washington, D.C., up a level in this legislative assault on women. Thank goodness that we have those strong champions here in Houston. And one of those champions is here with us today. And I want you to give him a very, very warm welcome. Congressman Al Green.
I am here today to preserve, protect, and defend Planned Parenthood. We must preserve, protect, and defend Planned Parenthood. To this end, as long as men can get their contraceptives from stores in their neighborhoods, women should be able to get their contraceptives from Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is as good as any store in the neighborhood.
I think you all probably remember State Representative Carol Alvarado standing on the floor in Austin, fighting for women who were being forced to have an unnecessary ultrasound before an abortion, just because Governor Perry decided it was a state emergency. So I'd like you all to welcome State Representative Carol Alvarado.
You know, this session was filled with such hypocrisy. When we were on the floor debating a bill about the pat-downs at the airport and how that was intrusive. That was too much government. But yet forcing a sonogram bill was not intrusive. Hypocrisy, 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 all during the legislative session. And what was even more shameful, that it wasn't women. There weren't any women on the House floor pushing these issues. They were all men. And let me tell you, Governor Perry will never know what it's like to feel a lump in your breast. Governor Perry will never know what it's like when you cannot afford to go and get a pap smear and you come here to Planned Parenthood and you are able to get women's health care because it is affordable and it is accessible. He will never know.
Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
Representative Allen, I was going to let you come on up.
Let me say that when I was a young woman, newly married, bearing children, Planned Parenthood was there for me. As a state representative, with a vote in Austin, Texas, I will be there for Planned Parenthood.
This is not a question of a fight over the political issue of the right to choose. Let me clarify to my friends. Roe v. Wade does not say, let us be an abortion nation. Roe v. Wade only gives a woman the right to privacy. We too are America. This is not a question of a fight over the political issue of the right to choose. Let me clarify to my friends. Roe v. Wade does not say, let us be an abortion nation. Roe v. Wade only gives a woman the right to privacy. We too are America.
And I think that you have been charged by all of these people that you've heard from today to go out and make a difference. Remember what I asked you earlier? Go to don'tmesswithtexaswomen.org. Don't mess with texaswomen.org. Sign the petition. And then go out and ask 2 friends to go online and sign the petition. We have one other thing you can do today to take action. I want you to take out
Your cell
phones, and I want you to text TX Women to 69866. Text TX Women to 69866 to send a message to Governor Rick Perry. Don't